Good evening to those of you in Korea and hello to our viewers around the world. This is News Center. We begin with President Park Geun-hye's address to the nation on this Wednesday. It was a closely watched event as it came amid heightened inter-Korean tensions following North Korea's fourth nuclear test. Now, it was her fifth address televised across the nation, followed by a news conference, the third of its kind since taking office. Our presidential office correspondent Song Ji-sun joins us in the studio. Now, Ji-sun, but it was the first time that the president held or delivered her national address and then held a press conference or news conference with the reporters. And that only highlights the gravity of her message as well as the current situation on the Korean Peninsula.
Right, and we actually heard very strong and very proactive statements from President Park, and unlike the previous New Year's press conference, this time she got right down to business, stressing how serious the situation right now, with the North Korea having conducted its fourth nuclear test last week, as well as the ongoing standoff at the National Assembly, which has yet to pass multiple bills aimed at revitalizing the economy.
안보와 경제는 국가를 지탱하는 두 축인데 지금 우리는 이 두 가지가 동시에 위기를 맞는 비상 상황에 직면해 있는 것입니다.
And President Park also said North Korea's latest nuclear test has the potential to reshape the regional security landscape in Northeast Asia, and that the nature of North Korea's nuclear capabilities could change in the wake of this test. She reassured the public that Seoul and Washington will work in close coordination to impose a new set of strong and comprehensive sanctions on Pyongyang at the UN Security Council, and said that two allies will do all they can to win consensus on that from the international community. President Park also called on China to do its part to that end, saying that she believes China will take necessary actions in line with its stance toward North Korea's denuclearization.
중국은 그동안 누차에 걸쳐 북핵 불용 의지를 공언해 왔습니다. 그런 강력한 의지가 실제 필요한 조치로 연결되지 않는다면 앞으로 다섯 번째, 여섯 번째 추가 핵실험도 막을 수가 없고 한반도의 진정한 평화와 안정도 담보될 수 없다는 점을 중국도 잘 알고 있을 것으로 봅니다.
Now, following President Park's remarks on Wednesday, China has responded that it has always concentrated on achieving the denuclearization of North Korea and the peninsula and maintained the peace and stability on the Northeast Asia region. Beijing says it is in everyone's interest and is everyone's responsibility, including China and South Korea.
When one country seeks its own security, it must consider the security interest of other countries and regional peace and stability. At present, the situation on the Korean Peninsula is very sensitive. We hope relevant countries can act in accordance with maintaining regional peace and stability, cautiously and appropriately deal with the relevant issue.
And Seoul has taken countermeasure against Pyongyang. She said the loudspeaker broadcasts on the border an effective term of psychological warfare against North Korea, and that the truth about North dictatorship has inspired a number of North Koreans to escape to the south.
Now, Ji-sun, it looks like the two key words of her address today, or the two pillars of this nation, as she put it, are security and economy. And of course, in touching upon the economy-related bills that are stuck in Parliament, she touched upon those as well today, right?
Right. She continued her call to the Parliament to pass immediately, those necessary bills for the people, asking them to work for the people. She called on lawmakers to work toward ensuring the safety of the people. Moving on from the North Korea's nuclear issues onto the Parliament, she urged lawmakers to pass a counterterrorism bill to protect the public from the threats coming from North Korea and elsewhere. And on the economy, she said the country must work to create growth engines that will sustain the country for the next 30 to 50 years, and emphasize the necessity of reinforcing the country's economic fundamentals. And to that end, she said a pending labor reform package and other economy-related bills must be passed as soon as possible.
Well, the second of the two pillars, of course, emphasized by President Park Geun-hye, the economy, and the importance of a swift approval of certain bills that are held up in Parliament. Our Kim Ji-yeon has a wrap-up of the president's call for job creation and economic revitalization.